In this module, we will go over the process of learning parameters, i.e. training. There are several ways to perform gradient descent. In this video, we will do it the hard way as it is easier to relate to the theory we learned in the previous section. First, we'll create a PyTorch tensor. We set the parameter requires grad equal to true because we're going to learn this parameter via gradient descent. We then create a tensor x with values ranging from -3 to 3. We multiply the tensor by -3 and assign it to the tensor f. We use the view command to add the extra dimension. We plot the tensor. We use a method .numpy to return a numpy array. The result is a simple line. We then add random noise to the tensor f and assign it to the tensor y. We then plot the points as red dots. We define the forward function. This is essentially the equation of the line. We define the criterion function. This is calculating the cost or total loss. To be consistent with the PyTorch documentation, we will simply refer to it as a loss from now on. We set the learning rate equal to 0.1. Every time you go through the data, we call it an epoch. We will perform 4 epochs. We call the function forward. The function multiplies every element of the tensor by -10. But because we set the parameter requires grad equal to true, PyTorch still understands that it's an actual variable. We call the criterion function, which calculates the cost. Just a note, to be consistent with PyTorch notation, we call it the loss. Symbolically, because we set the parameter requires grad equal to true, the parameter w is viewed as a variable. We call the method backwards. This calculates the derivative with respect to all the variables where the parameter requires grad equals to true. To gain access to the derivative, we use the attribute .grad. This gives us the derivative calculated at a value, i.e. for the first iteration, for w equals -10. We update the parameter in the following line of code. The attribute .data gives us access to the data contained within the tensor. We set the gradient equal to 0. This is due to the particular way PyTorch calculates derivatives. In this case, epoch equals k. Let's scroll through the 4 iterations or epochs. The top plot shows a loss function, where the red points represent the value of the loss function calculated for different values of the parameter. The bottom plot shows a data space. The red dots represent the training points, and the blue line represents the estimated point using the value of the parameter for that particular iteration. We perform the first iteration. In this case, because one epoch equals one iteration, we use all the data for the update of the parameter. We go through the second iteration. The value of the loss decreases, and the line becomes slightly closer. We repeat the process for the next iteration or epoch. We use every sample to minimize the loss function. The value of the cost function decreases, and the line becomes slightly closer. We repeat the process for the final iteration. The loss decreases, and at this point, it's difficult to see the line as it is covered by the red training points. Sometimes it gets difficult to plot our loss with respect to every parameter. As a result, we'll store the loss in a list for each iteration. We simply create an empty list, calculate the loss, then store the loss value in the list. We can plot out the loss for each iteration